Haverhill Valley Forum. Back here inside the rinks at Exeter, Tyler Arago bringing you this matchup. A 2011 squad featuring Team Massachusetts and Team New Hampshire. New Hampshire, the home side, wearing the white uniforms. Massachusetts, the road side, wearing those crimson uniforms. We saw in the 2010 game before us, 4-0 win for Team Massachusetts. Dominant fashion over Team Maine. We'll see what the 2011 group has in store for us here as we're underway. 30 seconds into this first of two 20-minute periods. Puck is centered. A quick shot, and that's stopped off the pads of Ryan O'Leary. Massachusetts trying to go to work early as a quick shot there was fanned on. That got all the way through. Stop, rebound, and another good save. O'Leary able to get from post to post as Massachusetts threatening early. Here in the opening minute of the game, Ryan O'Leary has had his name called a few times, and he made a real nice series of saves there. On the draw, Gustav Bowman lost it in the circle. Played back to the line, a wrist shot, deflects, and just goes wide. Trying to get a stick on that was Declan Lyons, who lost it in back of the goal. Along the far side, Massachusetts controlling as it's played across the zone. Alexander Schiffenhaus all the way around the goal and now back up top to the point. Another long wrist shot. That got blocked down in front. Nicholas Rodriguez trying to get that through to goal as it's now pinned up along in the corner. Good start to this game for Team Massachusetts as New Hampshire will try and start it out. Carrying this ahead is Bowman. Nice toe drag move as he tries to work into the middle, but it was poked off his blade. As the puck drifts back out through center, the two number 7s going after it. Bowman and Clark. It is Bowman. Hassled there by Clark, and the puck comes free. It's Rodriguez to bank off the boards and out. Hampshire in the midst of a change, trying to get on side here. As the puck was lost there in the feet of Carson Solski. Massachusetts looking for a line change here as they get the puck in deep. 2.5 minutes in. And no score as it's chipped off the glass. And Solski helps it out of his own zone. Quickly taken back in across the line by Cronin. Cronin out high, defers. There's a shot, and a knuckler is grabbed by O'Leary. We'll get a stoppage of play. Evan Miller was cocked and ready for that one-timer, although it ended up being more of a knuckleball in on net. Sometimes, though, those can end up being the harder ones to stop when you're expecting that shot to come at you so fast. O'Leary, though, settling into this game early. That was something as a goaltender I always appreciated. Loved those games where you got shots on you early and often. Never liked being the guy who was standing at the other end of the ice. Miller couldn't handle that pass as New Hampshire looks to get it clear. Nico Susi up to the red line. Walsh could not advance through Miller. Puck is flopped on ahead. Miller had it knifed off his stick in the slot area. It is gathered up by New Hampshire. Callan Burrell stood into. And Massachusetts maintains possession deep inside the offensive zone. Out high, top of the circle. That wrist shot, getting a stick to that was O'Leary. As it's played back towards the front, New Hampshire clears but not out. Another long shot. That was blocked. Out in front, never got through. A couple of good tries there from Declan Marley. Back in across the line is Bowman with a shot. And there's the first save for Will Mitchell Number 70 in net for Team Massachusetts as Miller carries in. Taylor tried to thread it back on across, but it was off the boot of Braden Campanelli. Now it's centered again. Here's a chance for Massachusetts as stepping into a wrist shot and letting one go. It was Alexander Schiffenhaus, and Massachusetts all over things early in this game. 15:35 to go in the first, and they lead it 1-0. That puck just found its way into open ice, and Schiffenhaus was not afraid to step into it. Good wrist shot that beat O'Leary right over the pad and just under the glove. New Hampshire has to pull back as it's played back to the point. Jacob Kroll sends it ahead, but it's taken right back by Massachusetts. Trying to knife his way on through. Jake Renault with a shot. That was stopped by O'Leary. Held out high, but stripped. And now New Hampshire can carry in. Davidson left wing side. Good back checking there by Taylor, who went for a spill. Puck worked free by Massachusetts. It's Schiffenhaus to send it ahead. 2-on-2 the other way. This is Renault with a shot. And a good glove save by O'Leary, who hangs on for the faceoff. Just about 6 minutes, or rather more like 5.5 minutes. Haven't called a hockey game since March 26, trying to shake off some rust here. Nearly 5.5 minutes into the first period, and Massachusetts with a 7-0 advantage in the shot count. They have a 1-0 lead. As a result, they have been tenacious here off the opening puck drop. Marley on ahead. Lions lost the handle. Massachusetts tags up quickly, and they're in. Left wing side. That wrist shot there was blocked. A good kneeling play there by Callan Burwell, as this puck will slide all the way down ice. An icing call here, and Massachusetts an attacking zone faceoff. This is where most of the game has been spent, this area of the ice so far. New Hampshire trying to get their feet underneath them here in this game. Off the draw, it's worked back to the point. That shot lands all the way in the corner wide. Played on through the blue. It clunks off the near side boards. Good pinch there from Marley. Gets it into the corner for Lions now to work. Burwell takes it off of his blade. Looking to charge ahead with it. Callan Burrell up to the red line. Able to force it in, and now New Hampshire's got some numbers here. A shot stopped. Good kick-out save there by Will Mitchell, and now it might spurn a 4-on-2 rush the other way. As a weak shot is in, stopped, rebound, and it's just pushed wide of the net. As O'Leary tried to dive back across, here's Marley with it. Plays it into the slot, and that shot from Lions just was low and wide. Hampshire looking for it clear. It is finally worked out by Braden Hudson. He'll carry it in across the line. That's shot all the way through. And holding on tight is Mitchell, as there's some pushing and shoving in front of the Massachusetts goal. Gustav Bowman going hard to the net. Drew the attention of Declan Marley, but those two end up skating away peacefully. Off the face-off, move back to the point. A wild shot there by Frew. He threw that one well wide. As from out of the corner. Hampshire trying to get on a loose puck. Susie plays it in behind the goal. Played off a leg. Miller able to get around a check. Stumbled though as he Tried to catch up to a loose puck. In deep, but cleared away from Schiffenhaus, who's got the goal. Massachusetts possessing into the far corner as it's swiveled on around. Miller with it, spinning to the backhand. Nice feed. Schiffenhaus has it, shoots and scores. This time 5-hole. And Alexander Schiffenhaus has double-dipped in this first period. 12:02 to go. And that shot through traffic, finding daylight to give Massachusetts a 2-0 lead. As many goals in this opening period as New Hampshire has shots. A tough puck to track there as well for Ryan O'Leary, who is trying to look through a maze of bodies. And that shot from Schiffenhaus low and through the wickets to make it a 2-0 lead for the visitors. That was a wonderful setup by Evan Miller, who was able to protect the puck and feed Schiffenhaus on the backhand. Nelson and Miller with the helpers on that goal as Campanelli streaks in, tries to take one to the net. And O'Leary able to make the save and melt things down along the short side. Off the draw, held by Rodriguez. That's all the way through and stopped. Is clearing through. A bullet of a shot over the glove of O'Leary after he made the first save. The rebound spat right back out to Braden Campanelli. And he pounded that one into the back of the net with 11:22 to go in the first. A lightning-like start for Team Massachusetts, who have opened up this period with 3 and now looking for more. Missing by just a matter of inches there. A high-rising shot got caught by glass from Patrick Taylor. Here comes Campanelli again, shielding and finding a point man open. Rodriguez winding up. That shot tipped onto goal, and O'Leary able to make the save and hang on to it. We've still got half of this period to go, in Massachusetts already with 3 goals and 13 shots. They had 3 in the opening 58 seconds of the game before striking first. 2 goals from Alexander Schiffenhaus, and then the most recent one from Braden Campanelli. Hampshire looking for something here as they struggle to clear the zone. Frew is pressured. Another centering feed, a quick shot stopped from the circle. It's fired on goal, and a glove save by O'Leary, whose name we've already said plenty here in this first period of play. Devin Priestley in on the draw against Bowman, who was able to lock Priestley up long enough. New Hampshire unable to clear, as it's now finally out to neutral ice. Gustav Bowman trying to dance around Miller. His backhand feed just out of the reach of Walsh. Couldn't extend the stick far enough to catch it. As back the other way, Evan Miller gets right around a check, has some space, right wing side, a shot right up. Stopped by O'Leary. He fumbled the rebound. This might work out in New Hampshire's favor, though, as Bowman back the other way, 1 against 3. Can't knife through the defense there as he's sent careening into the boards. He will get up slowly. Just now back to 2 skates. Bit of a delayed reaction there from the official, but it's an icing on Team Massachusetts. Bowman able to get back to the bench on his own power, always a good thing to see. He was working 1 against 3, trying to split a sea of red jerseys. But Massachusetts has defended well here out of the gates. They've just allowed 3 shots on goal and have built for themselves a comfortable lead here early. But things can change, and they can change quickly, but New Hampshire needs to find something here fast. Puck along the goal line. It's intercepted by Marley. He will sail one all the way down ice and will get another icing. Back-to-back attacking zone faceoffs here for New Hampshire. They haven't had much time on the attack here. This puck will roll through the top of the crease harmlessly wide as a strange bounce there. Marley tried to bank it around the board. There's a attempt right along the goal line, and somehow that puck did indeed stay out. A sprawled out save for Will Mitchell, as New Hampshire nearly tucked in their first goal of the game. That all started after Declan Marley tried to reverse the puck, but it died off the kick plate, and New Hampshire was able to swoop onto it. Somehow, though, Marley with that left pad kept the puck out. That is why you stretch before the game. As oftentimes you see the goaltenders do, they tend to be the ones who stretch the most rigorously. Gotta have limber legs. As Nelson lost it. Good support from Marley, and he'll skate it out. Puck played down the wall by Reed Nelson. Massachusetts looking to go back on the attack here. 3-0 lead, 8:35 to go in the first. As Frew trying to knock this puck down, he clears. Rodriguez on the zone re-entry was well offside. All the games being played with the same format. We'll do 2 20-minute periods. We'll cut ice in 8.5 minutes. So far, in the games that I have called, the visiting team has scored all of the goals. Massachusetts outscoring their opponents 7-0 in the last 3 periods. The 2010s won 4-0 just a couple of moments ago, as a shot here is flexed away again off that left pad. Mitchell able to get a toe onto that shot from Walsh. And now the 2011s here with a early 3-0 lead over Team New Hampshire. Now they might have numbers. 2-1, potentially 3-1 as Taylor holds, shoots, and a glove save made by O'Leary as that puck found his webbing. Off the draw. It is taken by Kroll. He got knocked down from behind, and that'll be a penalty. Slashing is the call. It'll be on Patrick Taylor. Game's first power play will go to Team New Hampshire, and a golden opportunity for them to try and get on the scoreboard here. Trailing 3-0, they have just 5 shots here at even strength. Now a chance to at least try and generate some offense here. Power play goal would certainly go a long ways in getting them back into this game. Had a coach who always used to tell me, you can't get all the goals back in one shift, but you can at least get one. Go from there. That's got to be the mentality for New Hampshire with just over 7 minutes still to go in this first period. All three of our goals scored today, even strength so far. They're in over the line. A weak shot, pushed well wide. Picked up by Bowman. Lost it out of the corner, and it's fired all the way back out to neutral ice. And now turnover. And a potential shorthanded breakaway for Campanelli to the net. He scores. It is a shorthanded goal for Braden Campanelli, his second of the period. And Massachusetts continues to expand on their lead. It is now 4-0 here in period number 1. Campanelli beat O'Leary to the glove side for his first. He went blocker side there and did not miss the twine. A beautiful finish for the shorthanded goal. Our first non-even strength goal of this contest, and one that New Hampshire just could not afford to give up. So they now trail by 4. Still 6 minutes to go in the period. 40 seconds of play, and they get one back to cut the deficit to 3 on a great feed across the crease. New Hampshire able to get themselves on the board. It is a 4-1 game with 6:15 to go here in period number 1. A great feed across the crease by Walsh. Setting up that chance, and Hudson, unchecked at the back door, able to slam it into an open cage. But giving up that shorthanded goal, certainly a sour feeling. Hudson's goal gets New Hampshire on the board. As Walsh looks to center, it finds Carroll, who will shoot. Good kick-out save made. That time by Mitchell, who's had that left pad working so far in this first period of play. Hampshire deep in their own zone. Turn it over. Priestley creeps in, fires, and a save made by O'Leary. Made sure to get himself out to the top of the blue. That is either the 19th or 20th shot of the period for Massachusetts. Not sure if they updated the board or if that was the 19th shot, but either way, they have put a lot of rubber on net early here, and O'Leary has had to try and weather the storm. Really can't fault him for the 4 goals that have gone in, as that long shot all the way through, and O'Leary gets a stick on that. That shot is number 20. This puck angled all the way down. No icing, so the goaltender Mitchell comes out to play. Frew able to hold it in briefly for New Hampshire, who regained control at center ice, but the pass ricocheting off of Frew. Eventually it's worked in across the blue line. A point shot, blocked by Schiffenhaus. He will carry it ahead. Schiffenhaus sitting on 2 goals, vying for a third potentially. Takes it all the way in deep and protects around the goal. Plays back up top. Long wrist shot, stop, rebound is sitting there, and it was flipped off the backside of the net by Rodriguez. Now at the far post, they try to bank one in, and O'Leary, albeit awkwardly, got across just in time. They don't ask how you make the save, just as long as you make it. He has had to make 18 saves here as New Hampshire looking for another goal. That pass was in Bowman's feet, however, and he could not twist one on net as he got his stick locked up in back of the cage. A good keep, though, at the far point. A long wrist shot from Joey Roy is deflected aside. And a long stretch feed from Schiffenhaus will go all the way for an icing. .349 to go in this first period of play. Team Massachusetts with a 4-1 lead over Team New Hampshire. A pair of goals each for Braden Campanelli and Alexander Schiffenhaus. Campanelli's second coming shorthanded before Braden Hudson got one back for Team New Hampshire on the power play. But the deficit remains 3 as Team New Hampshire will try to continue at chipping away. Campanelli gathers it up, barreling down that left wing side. He'll take one to goal, and a save made by O'Leary. He had the short side covered as the referee got hit on an attempted clear. They are in the line of play as well. And I give them a lot of credit because for just about 98% of the game, they do a good job at staying out of the way. As Mitchell makes an awkward-looking save, couldn't corral the rebound. But he had his mates back there to help him out. Massachusetts able to break out with speed and space. A shot here, and O'Leary is able to gobble that one up. Not allowing a rebound as Massachusetts just continues to pour it on, and streaking in that time, Jake Renaud with a good chance there. Still another 20 minutes to play after these 2 minutes and 49 seconds expire. Massachusetts with 23 shots on goal. Cronin lost the puck. Walsh carrying it in with speed, trying to take one to the net. He'll center. And he just missed the stick of Kroll out in front. Massachusetts looking for a clear. Cronin able to kick it ahead. And it's Lyons who's able to feed one into the corner. Will Clark getting underneath the check. Trying to work the puck free. It is tipped ahead and out, where Cronin plays a short pass on for Priestley. Priestley in across the line. Takes an angle to goal. Centering feed as it glanced off of O'Leary in front. All the way back to the point for Cronin again. Deflected shot just goes wide, and it was, I thought it was played with a high stick. Rather not, as we'll continue on. Looked like a high deflection. We'll go with what the referees have to say, though, of course. This puck is chopped down the glass. Taken by New Hampshire, but right back for Massachusetts. Priestley couldn't kick that one on through, and Hudson on the backhand can finally lay one all the way down into Massachusetts territory. Massachusetts able to clear. Just short of the red line, though, as Walsh curls back in with some speed. Gets around a couple of checks. A short side shot. Easily stopped by Mitchell. Nelson finding Priestley. Priestley accelerating pass through. Got caved in by Kroll, who made a strong defensive play. Massachusetts, though, controlling here into the final minute. It is Priestley who absorbed the hit. Got it on a cross. Clark with a shot that went wide. Puck in back of O'Leary's net. Worked free and cleared off the glass by New Hampshire. They will look to change out as many as they can. Cronin with his head up. Nearly turned the puck over. Half a minute left in the period as Rodriguez offside on what could have been another odd man opportunity for Team Mass, but instead it's an offside faceoff with 28 seconds to go here in the first. Puck cleared ahead. Bowman able to poke it through. Marley, though, covering his partner well, as Team New Hampshire is now offside themselves, as Solski was unable to hold the blue line. Shots are 24-9. A 20-save period for Ryan O'Leary. Team New Hampshire got that power play goal from Braden Hudson to get themselves on the board, but they are going to trail by 3 goals here entering the second period. As the final few seconds tick off the clock, we'll go to the intermission here from the rinks at Exeter with Team Massachusetts leading Team New Hampshire by a 4-1 score here after the first period of play. We're back for the second period after a quick ice cut in just a moment. We're back here inside the rinks at Exeter for the start of the second period. Team Massachusetts firmly in the driver's seat of this game, and as a result, they will turn the net over from Will Mitchell, who turned aside 8 of 9 shots. Taking over in his stead will be Jackson Downs, number 30. Team New Hampshire with just the one goaltender, although any of this hardly Ryan O'Leary's fault. He faced 24 shots in that opening 20 minutes of play. A very busy and active period for him, and he came away with 20 saves. Just look at here, a turnover right out in front. New Hampshire with a goal early here in the second period, and all of a sudden it's a 2-goal game as Massachusetts coughed it up in back of the goal, and a tough way to enter the game for Jackson Downs. Davidson on the wheel around shot, and it caught some iron on the way through. 21 seconds into the second period. That is exactly what New Hampshire was looking for. They had a chance on the power play when it was 3-0, gave up a shorthanded goal that allowed Massachusetts to forge ahead by 4, but since then, they have scored the last 2 and all of a sudden have chipped their way back into this game, although they still need 2 more. 3-on-2 the other way. New Hampshire rumbling back in. Perhaps feeling a little more confident now as that puck nearly was banked in by Hudson. In fact, I'm not sure how that did not go in the net, as it went off the inside of Downs' pad. Back the other way, Massachusetts. This is Taylor working his way in. O'Leary able to make the glove save without any trouble. Well, if you're in New Hampshire now, the mentality has to be throw everything you've got on the net. You've got a new goaltender in there who sat for the first 20 minutes. And now after allowing a goal 21 seconds into the period, perhaps a little shaky. It's amazing what one goal can do to really swing a team's confidence. As New Hampshire carries it back in onside. It is chipped away though, and Rodriguez can one-hand it ahead as Priestley can move around Burwell, who lost his footing. Priestley opens up to the forehand, floats it into the slot, but Rodriguez cannot get the backhand to go through Seamus Frew. But it is held in regardless as that shot ramps all the way up to the high glass from Couture. Trying to lug this ahead is Burwell. Able to guide it on ahead. Nico Susi with a chance. Stopped rebound. Downs opted to flick it away instead of covering up. New Hampshire starting to warm to the task a little bit here with the goal 21 seconds in. Centered, but that pass did not land for Solski. And Massachusetts, for a moment, gets it out of their own zone, but a bad line change leads to a chance. Down the wing, Rister is stopped by Downs off the blocker. Shots are 4-1 here to start the second period. Priestley in across the line, stops up. That shot is wide of the stick side of O'Leary, whose team now trails by 2 after falling behind 4-0. Rodriguez in deep, centering feed, no one there in a red sweater, and Bowman carries out for New Hampshire in across the line. Protecting well as he pushes it in deep, seeks to get after it, and he does. Gustav Bowman out high into the circle, lays it back to the point. Rister deflected, loose there in the goal. Downs was unable to cover it up as everybody went into the blue paint there. Massachusetts in over the line. That shot wide, this time to the glove side. Cleared out off the glass. Off a skate and wide. It hit Kroll's boot. He'll possess here and reverse it. Bowman has to go back. As Kroll is pressured by Alexander Schiffenhaus. He had 2 goals in that first period, had the first 2 of the game. This goes all the way down for an icing. 15:56 remaining in the contest, and New Hampshire has given themselves some hope here, getting a goal 21 seconds in. Burke Davidson on a wheel-around shot. Off the draw, one cleanly, and Clark's shot went wide. Had some traffic forming out in front, as this is centered again for Schiffenhaus, who missed. Now a one-time shot, stop, rebound there. Schiffenhaus had a moment with O'Leary down and out, but he could not tuck it in. Good play by Frew out in front, as New Hampshire can clear. That would have been a layup for the hat trick. Seamus Frew, though, had other plans as he moves that puck away from oncoming traffic, as look out, a hefty collision there. And a player shaken up as Soucy just bowled over Clark, who just now is collecting himself. And he is feeling the effects of that heavy check. Almost looked like it was inadvertent at first, just 2 guys running into each other. But that collision packed a wallop. Clark was down for a brief moment, got back to the bench on his own, but certainly is feeling the effects of that check. And Soucy to the box. 2-minute minor penalty and a power play for Massachusetts. Their first of the game, trying to restore their 3-goal advantage. Frew was able to clear it. I believe the penalty was interference. That would have been my guess. I did not see what the referee had indicated, but nonetheless, Massachusetts on the power play here as Campanelli delays. Saucers it all the way across. Stepping in with that shot. O'Leary able to make the save there on Evan Miller. As it to the short side. It was poked free and across the crease. Campanelli to the back for Couture. That shot blocked off of Kroll's body. He gets taken down. That allows Campanelli to hold it in. He has a 10-minute for a quick one-time shot and a score. Power play goal for Team Massachusetts after Kroll could not clear for New Hampshire. Beautiful passing and a beautiful goal for Evan Miller. Braden Campanelli with 3 points now on the day, 2 goals and an assist, as he helps to set up his fellow Boston Advantage teammate Evan Miller. Those two certainly look like they had a lot of chemistry there on that play. Offside is Rodriguez. Oh, he took a shot. Gotta be careful with that. I have seen some serious skirmishes started, especially at the junior and collegiate level, over a player doing that. Hockey doesn't tend to have too many unwritten rules, but I feel like that's certainly a big one there, shooting the puck on net after any whistle. No harm, no foul there, though, on that play, as a shot goes off the blocker of Downs and wide. Team Massachusetts back ahead by 3. They have led 3-0, 4-1, and now 5-2. Cronin takes the pass from Nelson, cuts across the slot, and that shot ramps off of Carroll, and then back glass. Nicely able to loop this into the corner. Rodriguez chasing after it, along there with Nelson. Dug out free, and New Hampshire looks to send it ahead, but it's off of Bowman's stick. Corralled for a moment by Massachusetts. Cronin able to take possession as he sends it ahead. Priestley lost it. Nelson got it back. Might have a chance here, splitting through the defense. Here's Nelson to goal. He got taken down as he goes crashing into the net. But O'Leary had made the save. Another power play, though, coming up here for Team Massachusetts. Clark is back out on the ice to start this power play, so that's a good sign for him. After he took that big-time check from Nico Susi. That led to a power play goal for his team. Clark able to find some room to the short side. 11 seconds into the penalty. And making sure they pay for it, Will Clark. An odorous looking goal, but it counts all the same, and it's 6-2 for Massachusetts on a shot that certainly had eyes as it got through on the short side to O'Leary. Massachusetts now with a shorthanded goal and now 2 power play goals in this game. That's got to be a good feeling for Will Clark, who got his bell rung a few shifts ago and then responds with a power play tally. See if New Hampshire gets something here. They do. Along the ice and through the 5-hole. Back to a 3-goal score yet again. And it's Burke Davidson again. 12:26 to go here in the game. New Hampshire getting some goals, but they have allowed 6. That goal coming at even strength. Davidson, along with Stevens, helping to manufacture that play, but for Burke Davidson, his second of this period. So he's got 2 here on the day. As Miller works it on back. It's all the way across now. Marley shoots. Didn't miss the glove side corner by much. As Massachusetts trying to answer quickly. That goal came 14 seconds after the power play goal by Clark. As O'Leary able to get the paddle down there for a save on Campanelli. And it's cleared out through Miller. Miller lost the puck in his feet for a moment. Got it and dropped it back to Taylor. Tipped into the slot. Campanelli, nice one-handed feed. The shot is right on and a save for O'Leary. He was able to turn away Renault from right out in front. Didn't look like Massachusetts was going to get a shot at all there, but somehow, some way, the puck finding sticks. Puck drifting into the corner. Taylor able to pick it up. Nice pass there. Cronin steps in and fired it wide, stick side. Kochura, good active pinch. In deep for Campanelli. Campanelli got it back in a battle. Massachusetts works it back to the top. Cronin has some room. Shot hit his own man. That was Renault who took that off his left hand, it looked like. Solski had trouble clearing for New Hampshire. Held in here by Campanelli. Holding. Beautiful move on the backhand. And a better save. That time by O'Leary, who was able to thwart him of the hat trick. Nifty move in by Braden Campanelli, who's already got 3 points here on the day. Trying to get point number 4 and goal number 3, and it would have been a beauty, but Ryan O'Leary had other plans. Stretching all the way out with that left pad to make a fine save. The shot disparity is certainly a noticeable one, 33-15 in favor of Massachusetts. And despite getting 2 goals back here in this second period, Team New Hampshire continues to trail by 3 as Bowman is going to draw a penalty here. He got taken down. It's a hooking call. Another power play opportunity coming up, and New Hampshire will try and get back to within 2 here with just about halfway to go in this game. 10:24 remaining in the second period. New Hampshire does have a power play goal, courtesy of Braden Hudson. They have also allowed a shorthanded goal, though. Certainly don't want to allow one here as it's filtered into the crease, quickly cleared away by Massachusetts. That was a good play by Christian Ramos out in front. He lunges for that puck, can't clear it though through Kroll, whose shot was blocked by Ramos. Clark trying to get through Burwell, who stood into him. Now Kroll back in across the line with a shot wide to the stick side of Downs. Bowman working in bottom of the circle. Scores! What a goal! Short side shot for Gustav Bowman. And it's a power play tally for New Hampshire with 9:39 to go in the game. They have cut it to within 2. That's the closest they have gotten. And although that was a rifling shot, another goal from a rather sharp angle there. But nonetheless, a bullet from Gustav Bowman, who helped to draw that penalty. And New Hampshire is making things difficult here for Massachusetts, who try to close this game out. They led 4-0, but since then, New Hampshire has actually outscored them 4-2. Campanelli back in, toe drag, shot, and that puck is underneath the right leg pad of Ryan O'Leary. Braden Campanelli showing off the hands again. He nearly had the hat trick this time, trying to go underneath the right leg pad, but O'Leary with a pretty big stop there shortly after the goal. That was scored by Bowman to cut it to 2. You need every save you can get here down the stretch. This would be an epic, and I mean epic, comeback. This New Hampshire side trailed 4-0, and they've trailed by 3 goals on 4 separate occasions. 3-0, 4-1, 5-2, and 6-3. But they're in this game with 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go as O'Leary makes a glove save there to stop the play. Off the draw, puck kicks back to the line. Cronin will wind up. That shot is blocked up into the air high by Bowman, who takes the puck here. Burwell trying to join the rush as Bowman looks to split the defense. He nearly got around Cronin. Puck into the corner. Scheffenhaus can't slow down Bowman, trying to take it to goal again. Backhander was stopped along the short side by Downs. Bowman hauled down again, and a penalty coming up once more. This will be a hook. And it will send Seamus Cronin to the box. Another power play coming up here with just over 8 minutes to go in the game. And if New Hampshire can knock one in here, that would be the closest they have been in this game since it was 1-0 early in the first. Bit of a delay here in terms of the penalty killing personnel for Massachusetts. New Hampshire wins the draw. Stevens has a ton of room and he just missed. Just missed to the stick side. He had a lot of time and a lot of space as that long shot is wide. Kroll takes it all the way in deep. Kroll swings around the goal. Stevens in front, able to catch it. It's 6-5, 7:51 to go in the game, and New Hampshire somehow has found a way to cut things down to 1. Marley makes a nice move, stepping in over the line, but offside are Massachusetts. And still a ton of time to go here in this game. .740 remaining. Mentioned already how Massachusetts has had several large leads in this game. But now New Hampshire is a shot away from tying things up as it's centered all the way back up to the line. Miller able to keep it in. That shot got through, and a late reaction from O'Leary, who got a blocker on it. Puck spiked ahead. Back for it, Miller. And he'll turn it back in deep off the boards. Tough entry for Jackson Downs, as here's a quick shot and a goal for Massachusetts to get some separation back on the scoreboard. A barn burner here in Exeter. It is 7-5. As Massachusetts gets just a little bit of breathing room, that went through the stick side of O'Leary and in. As I was about to say that Jackson Downs, it's not been an easy period for him. Will Mitchell only surrendered 1 goal on 9 shots. 4 goals here on 10 shots for Downs, who has taken over to start the period. Tons of goals, though. 4-1 after the first period and 7-5 here. New Hampshire has gotten close. Got to as close as 1 goal when that power play tally from Stevens made it 6-5, but now they trail by 2. You don't tend to see too many 7-7 ties, but with the way goals have been going in here today, who knows? I called a game once that featured 20 goals. Was a 14-6 final. That's a game that I've tried to burn from the memory book, but I don't think you can forget a game in which you called 20 goals in 60 minutes, 14 on one side alone. 7-5 here, and who knows, 5:50 to go. There could be a couple of more. Speaking of, here's a shot off the side of the post. Bowman again trying to put it in from a sharp angle. Now trying to wrap it around. Downs with his back to the play. Somehow that puck did not get through him. Puck coughed up. And Nelson can play it in cross corner, hoping for Rodriguez. Kroll trying to turn off the check. It is Rodriguez with the puck around the net, trying to find Priestley, who was in the circle. It's wrestled back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez from a sharp angle. That was stopped Puck loose there, and it's Bowman to outlet it ahead. Heads up as Nelson punches that one into the New Hampshire bench. "59 combined shots in this game, 12 combined goals for an overall save percentage of .796. So if you're a forward, you love this. But if you're a goaltender like myself, you tend to cringe a little bit. It's an unforgiving position as that shot is stopped into the glove of Downs. But this day and age, the game seems to be all about goals, goals, and more goals. I think I'm one of the few that can still appreciate a good goaltender's duel, but we haven't necessarily gotten that here this afternoon. Although Massachusetts will be content with all of that if they can survive here and get a win. As Clark might have some space down the left wing side, he'll fire, and a save made for O'Leary, who pounces on it for the whistle. That was Massachusetts' 40th shot of the game. 40-22. And yet the score reads 7-5. Cronin at the line. Rides one off the dasher and into the corner for Campanelli. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the game, 4:05. As Campanelli lost it in the corner. Taken right back by Renault, who sizzled that one across the crease. Cronin into the slot, but it was off the boot of Campanelli, who hounds the puck down along with Renault. Out comes Team New Hampshire. This is Walsh starting in. Forced wide by Miller. Tried to hit his man going to goal. Stumbling, though, en route to the net was Hudson. Renault the other way. Kroll did just enough to knock him off stride, but Renault with the puck as he looks to center. It's deflected away to the half boards. Walsh cannot clear. This is Miller feeding it back in deep. In back of the goal, Taylor. Killing some time, plays it back to the point. Cronin just plays it back in deep below the goal line. Now along the short side for it, and it's punched in by Jake Renault with 3:02 to go in the game. Once again, Massachusetts with a 3-goal advantage. They led 3-0, 4-1, 5-2, 6-3, and now they lead 8-5 with 3:02 to go in the game. We'll see if that's the last goal we see here this afternoon. Lucky number 13, though, for number 93. And another goal to the short side as that goes off the mask of Downs. Bowman once again trying to go to the short side as that's deflected in on goal and a pad save made. Massachusetts in on the attack again. Priestley with a shot. That was stopped. O'Leary has been busy. Over 40 shots in the game as trying to get behind the defense was Davidson. He got taken down, and that will be a penalty on Massachusetts. With 2:20 left in the game, might as well award a penalty shot, but it's an 8-5 game. We've seen some wacky things, so why not? But instead, Coach Herr will sit for virtually the rest of this contest. 2:20 left to go, and his penalty will eat up most of that, as it appears as though New Hampshire is going to call a timeout here with 2:20 left in the game. They trail by 3. It'll take a miracle. We'll see what they have out of this timeout. This is the 5th time that they have trailed by 3 goals in this game. And despite only mustering 24 shots on net, they have put 5 on in. We are out of the timeout. 2:20 to go in the game, and New Hampshire is going to need 3 quickly as Burwell well wide with that shot. Bowman picks the puck up. Bowman off a skate in front. It's played on goal. Downs the save. Lost sight of the rebound as it ended up in the corner. Net is empty. 6-on-4 for the time being, but time is running out on Team New Hampshire, who have fought valiantly here in this second period, scoring 4 times, but ultimately they'll look back at the 8 goals they surrendered here today as a reason why they are not going to come away with a win here, all but likely. Who knows? Still 1 minute and 35 seconds to go. Crazy things can happen in such a short time, but Massachusetts defending strong here in this 6-on-4 scenario as Bowman out high. That shot shrugged away by Downs off the blocker. It is cleared back out with 1 minute 15 remaining. Soucy sneaking all the way back into his own zone, trying to shake Priestley off him. Pushed into the middle where Bowman could not advance. Burwell from his own zone. Final minute of play here. Hudson gets to the line, coughs it up. It's fired all the way back down into the New Hampshire end. No icing. 40 seconds to go as Bowman looks his options over, finds Davidson with the puck. New Hampshire certainly gave it a good go after trailing by as many as 4 goals as that shot is stopped. And then bodies going into the crease after there was some extra poking in at the pads of Downs. Just 19 seconds left to go in this game. After a 4-1 start for Team Massachusetts, it just proved to be too steep a deficit. Despite scoring 4 times in the second period, New Hampshire also conceding 4 times. And that just makes any hope of a comeback virtually impossible. But they did get to within a goal. It was 6-5 before Massachusetts was able to pot 2 more home. Downs a blocker save there. Down into single digits here as Clark takes it and sweeps it all the way down well wide of the empty cage, but it won't matter as the buzzer can sound and Team Massachusetts able to hang on to an 8-5 victory after New Hampshire gave them a little bit of a scare in that second period, but ultimately 8 goals enough for Massachusetts to prevail here as they win it 8-5 in this 2011 matchup.